up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally X and Z1 Extreme gameplay video for you guys today. And today, we're gonna check out the Days Gone update. It just had a massive update, so I figured I'd do my due diligence and see what it can do. I would basically consider it the remastered edition, basically, for PC. That's what everybody's calling it. I don't know if that's official. That's basically what everybody's been calling it. So, I do not think it's probably gonna run all that well at 1080p high and whatnot, but we'll still do what we usually do. We'll start off at 1080p high, and then we'll just work our way down to 720p low. And who knows, maybe these things have a powerful enough CPU to not have all those stutters when we put it down to low. I think that's what was going on with the Steam Deck. That CPU was getting pretty worked hard, but it's a big old open world game. Most open world games are pretty hard on the CPU. And then the more NPCs and critters and zombies and NPCs and whatnot that it has to control, that's just gonna make that CPU work even harder. And we all know the Steam Deck CPU is not exactly anything to write home about. I mean, neither is its GPU really, but hell, we can at least be happy that the Steam Deck's CPU is like as good as 10 Jaguar CPUs by the old consoles struck together. Man, that CPU was garbage. I get why they used it. They got it on the cheap, but man, was that a garbage CPU. Held so many games back. But it also made devs work really fucking hard to actually make the game run on the thing. I think they got a little lazier once they got access to a little more power. And now they're like, yeah, well, we can use some frame gen and some upscaling, it's all good. Most of the time though, it's probably the higher ups going, hey, get that game done. But it's not ready, we don't care, we want money, fuck you, just put it out. Make it run sort of, and then we'll put it out. And then we don't care what happens after that. And it's like, but then we're gonna everyone's gonna hate us, sir, and no one's gonna buy our game. And then you're gonna make us go out of business. Yeah, well, we don't care, we just want money. That's probably legitimately what happens 99.9% of the time. And the devs are like, well, fuck, everyone's gonna blame us. But anyway, that's enough ranting. Why don't we go ahead and hop into the game? That's what you guys came to see, not listening to some pothead rant about games and business.
So, we'll start off on the Z1 Extreme here at 1080p. Much like the Steam Deck, it probably won't be the most playable, but I think this one does a little bit better and at least stays over 30 a little more, but still does have its times where it drops under 30. So if you're somebody who wants 30 plus no matter what, well then this is probably not going to be for you. But if you're somebody who's like, yeah, it's good enough, I'd rather have the good quality, then cool. Medium seems to be the way to go if you want like a good balance. Probably why they call it medium, right? Anyway, why don't we go ahead and get into the game and let's see how it plays.
More bounties.
Mountain lion. So now we're going to do 900p on the Z1 Extreme here with medium preset. And it definitely gets above 30 now. So if you just want 30 plus, then here you go. And it still looks alright. Obviously nothing to write home about, but at least you get pretty decent FPS now. Me, I'd still prefer just playing on low and getting like 60 plus the majority of the time, but that's just me. But hey, let's hop in and see how this plays first.
Okay, here we go.
Sniper ambush on the road, damn it. Come on, come on. Someone's down.
Alright, so now 720p. And then, yeah, it's the 720p preset. So let's hop over here, quickly look at it. I left the field of view alone on all the weaker things. Once we got to the mid-range stuff, I started putting it up to 90, I do believe. Anyway, though, let's hop in. Let's see what it does.
Deer crossing. Something's never changed. Finally. Jesus.
So now we're going to start on over again on the X model. We'll do 1080p. Turn VSync off there real quick. Confirm that. Hope it didn't mess with the recording. Now we can go have a look at the graphic settings. We're going to start off on high, which is a little overzealous, but it still does a little better than the Steam Deck, so if you're okay with drops down to like 27, 28, then you're good. But if you want it to only be 30 plus no matter what, then you're not going to be okay with it. Then you'll probably want medium. Anyway, let's go see how it does though. So now for 900p on the X, medium preset. Now let's look at the graphics. Here we are, medium. Got motion blur off too, just don't like it. But that's why games have settings after all. And it doesn't really mess with the FPS anyway. So now, I'd say it's about time to get back into the game. Last step before we do camera recorded gameplay on both the Z1 and the X, we will do 720p on the X here, on low preset. So now let's go have a look at the settings real quick. Here we go, on low. Oh, Misty, you gonna come on down here? Barely makes a sound. Anyway, let's get into the game.
Deer crossing. Well, guess you don't have to be worried about traffic no more, do you? sniper ambush. Oh, god damn it.
Alright, let's get some cam recorded gameplay. And at least on low, you can actually get like 60 plus most of the time. I'm sure it might like drop a little here and there, under 60 in certain spots, but for the most part, while I was driving around, it seemed to be doing a pretty damn good job. I had to completely restart. As soon as I unplugged it from the capture computer, it just crashed. And then big picture mode was being lame and wouldn't like, it kept making me think the game wasn't launching. It puts it in like in the background. Sure you wolf. It was exactly how you drive a motorcycle. You want to make sure you jerk as much as you possibly can, because there's no way you would ever just like fall off. I always thought that was funny, but I'm glad it doesn't work like that. Otherwise, I'd die way more often than I do. I haven't played this game in forever, so I'm just like out of practice. I got pretty
Across
decent
the
at it.
road 2 years ago. You would have gone splat.
Alright, we still got a little gas left, quite a bit. We found snow. hit a tree. Went to go look at how long I've been playing and crashed into a bus. A bus. But yeah, I think it's about time to move on to the Ally X. Now let's get some camera recorded gameplay on the Ally X here. So yeah, still has its drops every once in a while under 60, but most of the time it's a 60 plus experience on this thing. Just like on the Z1 Extreme. Still has its moments where it has drops though, but I'd say it stays over 60 more than it drops under from my testing anyway. And for the people that like having it plugged into the wall, you'll get even better performance.
Deer crossing. Well, guess you don't have to be worried about traffic no more, do you?
Aw.
Watch it, son of a bitch. No more ambush stretchers for you, huh?
Alrighty. Man, they fucked my bike up really good. I can't remember what the hell button did I use to fix my freaking bike. Ah, well, whatever. Anyway though, I think that's probably good for camera-recorded gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up.
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Days Gone on the Ally X and Z1 Extreme. And pretty much no matter what you pick, you get a pretty playable experience. If you don't care about 60, you can play pretty much on high and stay above 30 most of the time. There'll still be a couple times, just like at 720p where you drop under 60. There's a couple times you probably drop under 30, but most of the time I think you're gonna stay above. And then medium was a nice middle ground as usual. And then low, obviously that's gonna get you your most FPS. You're not gonna stay at 60 100% of the time, but stayed above 60 more than it fell under it from my experience. So hopefully the Firebat Mini PC will have enough VRAM to play this game well, but I guess that's next, so we'll find out real shortly, won't we? But in any case though, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoy making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.